Funnily enough, even though one of my favorite food is pasta, I don't actually feel like I'm missing out on keto because there are so many good substitutes nowadays. I lived in Italy for almost a year and I got to learn a few recipes over there. And I do have to admit that I understand why Italians are so rigid about how they make their recipes properly. Because authentic Italian carbonara is truly more elite. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key scared that an Italian is watching this right now because I'm sure there's something I'm not doing exactly right. Outside of the fact that I'm obviously using keto pasta instead of real pasta, which is probably blasphemy enough. Anyway, I've made carbonara for Josh's mom and she loved it so much that she actually started making her own guanciale from scratch just because of how good real carbonara tastes. So shout out to her for making us the huge piece we're using today. Alright, let's get into it now. First, you're going to want to prepare your egg, cheese, and pepper mixture in advance. And after that's done, you can start boiling salty water for your pasta. And while your water is boiling, place your diced guanciale in a hot pan. You want to be slowly rendering the fat out of that guanciale. You want it to end up crispy and golden. And the leftover fat is where all that flavor is at. Once your pasta water is boiling, cook your keto spaghetti or fettuccine until it's al dente, which means not fully cooked. And without draining the pasta, add it to the pan with all that rendered fat and toss it around until it's fully coated in it. Now, turn off all heat immediately and pour the egg and cheese mixture into the pan while continuously tossing the pasta into it. Turn your stove back on really low heat, enough for the heat to cook the eggs gently so that you can achieve this really silky, creamy texture. If you happen to have let your heat on medium or high, you will get scrambled eggs. If during this process it gets too thick, just add more pasta water and just keep going until the texture is smooth and glossy. Plate your pasta and add the crispy guanciale back on top. Finish with some extra pecorino and black pepper and make sure to fully enjoy.